Hello everybody, it is Ashlyn at it again, and I know I haven't posted in so long. I am so inconsistent and I'm working on that, and also sorry if the microphone isn't great because I just don't want my siblings' noise to be heard, so I'm wearing headphones and its microphone isn't as great. And anyway, as you've probably seen by the title by now, I have finally completed a semester of beginner point classes, and I thought I would do a little update. And so yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And I guess first I'll show you what's in my point bag, which this is what I bring into every class. And inside all I have is my point shoes, obviously, my ballet flats, and I have the wrong color of them because I ordered the wrong one, but my other ones were just so completely destroyed that I didn't really have time to turn them back, because I don't know how the dancers can dance in the ones that don't have any, where this part on them down is gone. So I like to have ones that actually cover my feet. And then I have my toe pads. These are just the Pro pads with just a layer of fabric on the bottom and a thin gel thing on the top. And then I have some toe caps, but one of them is broken, so I don't really use that much anymore. This is the one I use. I just use it on my left toe. And then I have toe tape. And actually, one thing that's missing from here that I believe is in my backpack at the moment, I'm just going to set that there, is a racquetball. And I use my racquetball to do this thing called fascia release, and it prevents things like, it helps prevent tendinitis. It helps you to be better in just dance class and have better arches, and it also helps to prevent plantar fasciitis, I think. Please don't be mad if I get that wrong. And also, I don't know if you can hear my sister in the background. Let me just close the door because she decided to play her ukulele now of all times. But yeah, that is why I'm wearing headphones. But anyways, I think I'll start by showing you guys what has happened to my point shoes. And my flats, they're not super worn this year, but that's because I do a lot on point now, and so I don't use them as much. So as you can see, pretty good, and they're not of concern to this video. And so yes, my point shoes started ripping. These are the Capezio Avas, by the way. If you've seen my video that I did when I first got them, my first pair of point shoes, go watch that if you haven't. But if you have, you already know everything that I got. But the fabric was bunching up here, so I just cut it off, and you can still kind of see it's wider up here because this has been exposed longer. But yeah, and also I always wondered why my point shoes were quieter than others, and that is because there is just a thin gray, almost, I think it's wool pad right here. I wonder if that will focus. Yes, there we go. You can see it's ripping, but I want to make them last as long as possible. I mean, in my opinion, Capezios aren't the prettiest. I think Russians are with their white. But the inside is dark, and one thing I do want to know is how this is falling apart. Yeah, and you can see I always try to get clean feet when I wear my point shoes, but it doesn't always work out. And so yeah, there's that. I have my ribbons and elastic sewed on, and I actually lost one of my elastics. I believe it was to this shoe, and so I will show you that in a second. But then I just have my elastics that I showed you guys, and yeah, sorry, but yeah, there is those. And so maybe at some point I should darn this, but for the time right now, this does well. I'm only on them about, well, it depends. Usually it ranges from like maybe 1 hour if we're doing something else to like 3 hours a week, so not a ton on them. But I do a lot of classes in them. But yeah, and then I do like to do like things at home as well. And you can see right here, actually, I never noticed this before, but it seems as if it's starting to wear. If it will focus. Maybe not. I think it's trying to focus on that point shoe. But anyway, you can kind of see the rip right there. And then on this point shoe, it's pretty much the same. I mean, back here, it seems to be doing the same thing, but with this thread, which is annoying. And then same thing on the bottom right here. Yeah, the gray thing. And that, I think I'm getting over my box good. I mean, it could still be better, but you can see it is like different from the white up there, so I'm definitely getting up here, which means something. Down here, this is my left shoe. I just have the L here and the R on this one, and I stepped on like some hard candy or something that won't come off my shoe. Don't know why, but I think it's in the dancer's studio, or not studio, the dancer's dressing room. But my left shoe isn't like as worn, I feel like. But that's probably just because my left shoe is stronger. But yeah, on this one you can see I lost my thread that I was using, so I used red thread, and this one actually snapped right here. I need to fix that, but it has been holding. But yeah, it's all sewn, so you can't see it on the outside. But yeah, that is all that has happened to it. And also, in case you haven't noticed, I have gotten, wait, no, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I have gotten a new phone, and so it is a lot better with camera quality. So yeah, I'm sorry if I keep adjusting something right here. I have a marker to let me know where the side of the camera ends, and it keeps like moving around. But yeah, and I guess I could show you my toe pads. I mean, it's not like they've worn much. They do have a few loose threads, and they've obviously been worn a bit. This has obviously been worn. I should probably like wash all my things now that it is the break. And I got this toe tape. It's just next care stuff. It's really good. I like it. You can see I'm starting to run out, and I will show you what I do with it. But yeah, now that we have gone basically over everything, I'm going to show you just problems that I have with these point shoes and how I put them on. So yeah, let's start with the most complicated one, or the one with, it's not very complicated. The most things is my left foot. So on my left foot, my left foot is slightly thinner, or like less wide. No, it's just thinner than my right foot. So it does press to the ground a little bit, and so I have this to just protect my left foot. And then also something I noticed, as these break in and get flatter, it becomes way too wide for me. I think a lot of that was because they fitted me with these thinner Pro pads after they fitted me with pointe shoes, which is a problem, and made them too big, and I just have a lot of problems with sinking. And so to help solve that for now, because no matter how hard I try to pull up out of my shoe, I take some toe tape all around to here, and sometimes occasionally I will get a blister on one of my toes from all the rubbing, which proves it's not as tight as it should be. And yeah, so then I'll wrap it with that. And one thing that I've started doing, I will show you why in a second, but I don't know why I don't, but I usually have the ribbons going under the elastic, because if you look closely at this, at the sides of the pointe shoe, I have a really big heel, and then this has a very cut down, what would you call it, like, I don't know what this is called, but it's very cut down compared to a lot of others, and so it does tend to come off a lot if you're not careful, and it slides off with tights. And so what I do with tights is I don't like the look of right here being shown, but I ripped the heel so they're convertible. I just pull the back of the convertibles over my heel, and that's what I do with that. But yeah, I usually put the elastics, my teacher recommended this to me, put the oh my gosh, the ribbons under the elastic, so when the elastics pull, when the ribbons pull, it pulls the elastic up, which pulls the shoe up more. So technically that's what I'm gonna do. And also, I know this video is drawing kind of long, sorry about that, but I take the inside one around twice, and the outside one I take around just once. Then when I tie it, I just tie it in a double knot, and these are actually a bit stretched out. I need to cut them and redo them, but I then twist it up, curl it up, and then tuck it into that, just like that. And I've noticed if you put it way up here, it's gonna fall out from all the adjusting, but you can't put it back here or else it's just gonna like hurt your Achilles tendon. So that's what I do, and you can see it's a bit bigger than I would like. But yeah, then on my right foot, usually I didn't really put anything, but lately, ever since they've been getting more broken in, I've been doing this on this foot too, and trying to stretch it a bit more so it lasts longer. But yeah, don't remember why the elastics weren't already pulled, or okay, I have stretchy ribbons, so in my mind they're elastics, even though they're not elastics. But when I put my pointe shoe on, technically I put it on, press it to get my foot into the shoe, and I pull the heel over, and then from there I do these things. Is this in frame? No, and I also flex my foot when I am tying these, so when I point my foot, it's very well supported. I know my friend who doesn't have stretchy ribbons. She has, she will tie her foot pointed, like tight like that, but they're not stretchy ribbons, and so she's not supported here at all, but when she's up, it supports her and holds her there instead of working against her. I know some professionals do that too, but yeah. So these are my pointe shoes on my feet. You can see some of this right here, but with my tights you can't. Yeah, sorry I don't have a great board, but those are my pointe shoes. And hold on a sec, I have a ballet bar above this. I'm just gonna bring that up a bit so I can hold on to it, just so I can give you guys like better quality content. Sorry. Okay. that sorted, and I've gotten behind the bar. Yeah. If I come to parallel, I can show you guys. That is what it looks like. Then I think this would be first position. I'm not sure if you're supposed to have your heels touching, but first position. Then I believe the camera covers the entire thing. Second position. And I guess you could try to do third position, even though it's not really a thing in higher classes anymore. Then fourth position is actually really hard for me because you want to keep both on top of your box without sickling like this. And so fourth position is kind of hard for me just to, you know, control that. But I don't know, you guys seem to like my first point shoe video, so I'll probably try to do more. And I'm only really doing an update now because I am a beginner at this. Because I know a lot of professionals wouldn't do this because there's no point, but like, I'm a beginner, so I might as well show you. And also, this used to have a styrofoam thing on it, but I managed to pull it out. So, but there's like still this layer of like, I don't know, stuff over it. Not fabric, but like plastic fabric. No idea. Oh, and fifth. Fifth, I find for me, it's easier for me to balance if I'm just like a little bit apart. But the teachers always want me to be like right here. So I find that a little difficult. And also, I have trouble with my shoulders. Just getting them to do what they're supposed to do. But, yeah. Don't want to bore you too much, but I will probably, what should we do? I'll just do some things in first. We'll use some elevators, I think. Can't do any jumps right now though, because I'm in an apartment. And we've actually started doing hops on point, just like little, like that. Right now I'm just putting a lot of weight on my bar though, because I'm not allowed to make sound. But yeah, demi point's pretty well broken in. I mean, I feel like right here on the top of the vamp holds me back a bit, but yeah. The point's pretty well broken in. You can see the arch. And the thing is, with my left foot, it broke a little lower than it did on my right foot. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I noticed that it's easier to balance on my left foot because it doesn't feel like I'm all stood up on my right foot. It's easier to stay up, but like especially like just adjusting is easier in this shoe. But on this shoe, it's easier to stay in one spot, but with balances and stuff like that or rolling through, it's not as good. So, yeah. Well, that is my video. I hope I didn't bore you too much. But, yeah.